Sunday morning and it's a beautiful sunny morning in Dublin, so gonna kick off this morning, try and get about that 23-25k like I did last week. This week I'm just going to keep it super easy. I'm not going to do any tempo stuff in the middle, just going to tick it over. This week wasn't the best week in the world of training. Had a very busy week with family stuff. My sons had a couple of football matches on midweek that kind of scuppered the running a little bit, and then my middle son, my middle child, he had his confirmation on Friday, so that kind of wrote off Friday. And Saturday was feeling a little bit tired, let's say. So I just had a good 10k run yesterday. Didn't do any, I was supposed to do 10 by 3 months, didn't do that. But starting tomorrow, so tomorrow for the next 6 weeks, part of the base phase of this marathon training block, I'm just going to go and look for a little bit of speed, because I got a 10k race in about 6 weeks time. So I'm going to spend the next 4 to 5 weeks just doing some kind of fast speed intervals along with the kind of aerobic base training for the marathon. Sunday's run went well. Yeah, managed to get off. I was just shy of 25 again. I think it was around 23. There was a group of us went, had a pretty good run, kept it nice and easy. Was kind of tired that week, so kept it really easy. There was 5 of us in the run, didn't bother bringing my camera, and then we changed the route just as we were about to leave, so it meant that I finished up a little bit short of my 25. It was nice and sunny. The lads were all getting into the coffee shop. I had the option to go into the coffee shop and have the coffee with the lads, or to continue on and do a little bit of running by myself. So peer pressure prevailed and I went for coffee, and it was quite nice and quite enjoyable. But it was good. I finished, rounded out the week on about 60k, or 62 I think. So yeah, I was kind of happy with that. I'm going to keep it in around that distance for a while. For the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm going to concentrate on a little bit of speed. So for this week, I've given myself, I'm going to do a couple of 800s as my workout with some 1 minute repeats straight after. So 5 800s in a couple of 1 minutes. And then I'll stick in a little tempo run. So I'll do a 20-minute tempo run and just build on that week on week for the next 5 weeks. Build it right up to an hour. And then I should be good to go to give the 10k race a good old rattle. Like I said, the 10k race is going to be the end of June. So that's the plan, is to try and get myself a little bit of speed over the next 4 to 5 weeks, build up that speed as part of the base training. I'll continue with the long runs on Sundays just to keep that base going and keep the aerobic base nice and high. But from there, we'll build. Once we finish that, we'll do another 6 weeks of base, and then we'll go into the marathon bridge and then into the marathon. Overall, going pretty well and pretty happy with how the running's going at the moment. It's Tuesday, just at the end of a nice run. Didn't run yesterday, which was Monday. Body felt like it needed just a day of recovery after the long run on Sunday and just a busy week in general. So when I need a rest day or a recovery day, I tend to just do some sort of cross training. But I didn't fancy biking yesterday, so what I did was I just went for a nice walk, just about 20 minutes. I don't really get the whole recovery run because, you know, running is high impact, and I always find if it's recovery you need, then there's recovery you should get. Recovery is something that takes place in your body, not something you do with your body. Just got a 50-minute run with a 20-minute tempo in there, so 15 minutes easy, 20-minute tempo, 15 minutes easy. The tempo's gone about that, just under 4:30 per kilometer pace, so quite happy with that, building that. And then we got a workout later on this week, which is 5 800s with a couple of 1 minute repeats after that. But week is kicked off to a good start. It's Wednesday. Had a nice run out this morning, dropped the kids off to school, and just went for a nice, easy, real easy 10k. So just 52 minutes I think it was. Wasn't pushing the pace at all. And one of the things I'm doing at this training block now, I've moved from that foundation phase into the kind of building, or the kind of the base phase. I said earlier in the video that I'm working on a little bit of speed, but I'm also, on the days where I'm not working on the speed, on those easy runs, I'm really thinking about the objective of the run. So I'm trying to maximize fat oxidation, just trying to get my metabolic fitness to keep coming up with that aerobic fitness, and then work a little bit on the anaerobic fitness. But I think the primary thing to do is just to get that metabolic fitness to follow with that cardiovascular fitness. I found in marathons in the past, that's where it's let me down. I've had probably 2, maybe 3 honest attempts at trying to run the sub 3 hour marathon before, and I think both times when I fell down, it was due to metabolic fitness. My body being over reliant on carbohydrate oxidation for producing energy, and my fat oxidation probably wouldn't have been what I would like it to be. And as I get a little bit older, I realise that that's a little bit more important now, so I'm doing a lot of stuff now to try and do that. And one of the things is just on those easy runs, just keeping them really easy, keeping them really kind of trying to get those kilometers to just kind of go metronomic, regardless of what the speed is. So this morning's run had a little bit of elevation in it. I think the average pace is around 5:15 per kilometer. That's probably about 8:05 per mile. But I don't mind dropping down to 5:40 if needs be, which would be probably about 8:30 per mile. Yeah, so in around that pace. I do look at my heart rate when I'm running. I do have my watch on. I keep the Chorus heart rate armband on. I do look at it. If my heart rate goes up around that 138, I try to just ease off a little bit, just to let it drop down. I like to keep it on those easy runs. For me, the real easy stuff is around 130 to 135. If I'm in around that, it's really easy. If I'm doing like a really kind of zone 1, then below 130, in around that 135. And some days I can pop them off at about 520, but at the moment, the main objective is just try and get that metabolic fitness to keep coming up with the cardiovascular fitness, because like I said, it's something that I fell down on before in the past. And I think by I'm doing little small bites of strength and conditioning every week. I'm trying to do 2 or 3 sessions where I'm just doing 10 or 12 minutes, but I have zero rest when I do it. I literally go from one exercise to the next. I don't rest at all. Just kind of supersetting everything. So I go out, it takes me 10 or 12 minutes to get through my routine. And in that 10 or 12 minutes, probably maximum amount of rest is about 20 seconds, just by switching over between doing push-ups and picking up the kettlebell again. But that's kind of the main objective at the moment. And yeah, that's pretty much where it is. So I'm going to wrap this video up because it's probably going to get a bit long. So remember guys, run far, run fast, no fault, run sensible.